If you're new to fasting, or maybe you've tried it before but you're struggling to see results, honestly, I'm not surprised. There is so much mixed information trying to sell you something. Fasting Tube is independent and focusing on real information. Let's get started with today's video.
The question, what is the right way to fast and for how long? 1. Fasting 5 halves, fasting 2 days a week. 1. Fasting 5 halves, fasting 2 days a week. Fasting 5 halves consists of eating normally 5 days a week. Then 2 days a week non-consecutive, eat only 500 calories. For example, you can fast on Tuesday and Friday, where you will have 2 small meals of 250 calories each. To give you an idea, 2 eggs and a salad provide 250 calories. You'll find lots of sites on the internet giving you ideas for quick and tasty 250 calorie dishes. If you are satisfied with a moderately hearty dish, no appetizer, cheese or dessert, you should not exceed 250 calories. 2. Fasting 16/8, fast 16 hours a day. 2. Fasting 16/8, fast 16 hours a day. Fasting 16/8 involves restricting the beach where you eat to 8 hours a day, against 16 hours of fasting. You thus cover the 24 hours that the day offers. In the 8-hour range, you can set 2 or 3 meals. During the fasting phase, limit yourself to drinking water, tea, or coffee. You will find that they help control hunger. During the diet phase, eat healthy and in reasonable amounts, especially if you exercise little. If your diet is low in carbohydrates, you will find that fasting 16/8 is easy to follow. 3. The Eat Stop Eat method, fast for 24 hours once or twice a week. 3. The Eat Stop Eat method, fast for 24 hours once or twice a week. The Eat Stop Eat method consists of fasting completely 1 to 2 days a week. This method was developed by Brad Filone, a Canadian nutrition specialist. You don't have to start at 12:00 and finish at 11:59. Instead, count 24 hours from one meal to the next. Fasting from the end of dinner tonight until dinner tomorrow night. Of course, it can be lunch to lunch the next day, or even breakfast to breakfast. The result is the same. Of course, you will not take solid foods or alcohol during fasting. Don't try to catch up on fasting day by eating twice as much the next day. Try to settle for a normal serving as if nothing had happened. Despite its health benefits, the Eat Stop Eat method remains difficult to follow despite everything, especially after the 20th hour of fasting. That is why it is advisable to start with fasting 16/8, then gradually extend the duration of fasting to 24 hours. And don't forget to drink. It really helps. 4. Fasting every other day. 4. Fasting every other day. Once you master the Eat Stop Eat method, you can increase the rate of fasting. The objective is to alternate a fasting day with a normal day. I advise you not to start fasting directly in such an extreme way. To make it more bearable, some recommend eating up to 500 calories on fasting days. It's a good compromise. 5. The Warrior Diet, fast all day, then have a real meal at night. 5. The Warrior Diet, fast all day, then have a real meal at night. This method consists of eating small portions of raw vegetables and fruit during the day, 20 hours, then having a real meal in the evening, within a 4-hour window. The Warrior regime was made popular by Ori Hofmekler, a former member of the Israeli Special Forces and a recognized specialist in nutrition. He analyzed in depth the human body's reactions to situations of extreme stress, particularly during military operations. He crossed his observations with existing research on the habits of ancestral warriors. He stresses the importance of eating foods that are as undercooked and processed as possible. 6. Spontaneous fasting, skipping a meal when it suits you. 6. Spontaneous fasting, skipping a meal when it suits you. This has been my favorite method of learning to fast. If, like me, your life is not regular, if you travel often, if your rhythm changes every 2 weeks, if you are invited to the right or left, if you cannot always choose the menu or refuse what you are served, very codified fasts will seem impossible to respect in the long term. Fortunately, this method is made for you. You do not have to follow a strict method to reap the benefits of fasting. Don't fixate on 3 meals a day, or 4 on having a snack. Your body absolutely does not need to eat every 4 hours. Remember that your body has sufficient reserves at all times to survive about 3 months without food, provided you drink water. So you're not literally starving to death if you skip a meal or 2 in a row. When I travel long distances by plane, train or car, I find it simple and not very constraining to fast, by regularly drinking water, instead of swallowing anything, like poor quality, and expensive, sandwiches, and other disgusting treats. It is an excellent way to cleanse the body. Read also these 7 ways to pay attention to your weight and that of your family. Good luck, good luck, good luck.